Hey, what's up? You know who it is? Your favorite sorcerer. A couple of days ago, I talked about purpose. And people showed interest in getting a more detailed description of how to actually find their purpose, which is understandable because the purpose is, if not the most important thing in your life, it's probably in the top 3, 4. Anyways. So before I go into the detailed steps on how to find your purpose and how to realize it, let's talk about the importance of the purpose. Now, I made that clear already in some videos, right? Where the purpose is really the driving force. It's the battery. Whatever you want to accomplish in this life, you will have to overcome obstacles. And these obstacles are energy. So you need to be able to generate more energy than this block in order to move along and continue to realize your purpose. And this is never going to end. So a lot of people think that money is a great purpose. I just want to make money. I just want to be rich. Well, that is not going to work. Why? Because money as a motivator only works as long as your basic needs aren't covered. Okay. So if you are really stressed about money, if you have, some bills to pay, if you, are maybe living in scarcity, then money is a big motivator, right? But that only works until your base needs are covered. And at that point, the motivation of this life-threatening situation, boom, just disappears. It's not there anymore. And this is why most people financially, they get to a certain level and then they drop again and they get back to that level and then drop again. They can't go past that. It's like a glass ceiling there. That's because the motivation of the money runs out of steam. So how do you solve this? See, when you study billionaires or people that are really, really wealthy, rarely, if ever, their motivation was money. Now, don't get me wrong. Money, of course, is important and they must like money. Absolutely. See my other videos, right? But that can't be the goal. That can't be the purpose, because the size of the purpose of why you do something determines what kind of energy it can attract and how it operates energetically, right? So you need a bigger purpose. And when you look at really, really influential people, if you look at powerful people, if you look at wealthy people, they have something beyond money as their motivation. Okay, even if it's just power, even if it's just influence, if that is their motivation, they can still go past money, because now money becomes a tool. Remember, I made a video about the energy that money likes and the energy that attracts money. And one of it was clarity and purpose. You need clarity about what you need the money for. And if it's just about, I want to buy this new car, or I just want to look rich to other people, I just want other people to think that I'm wealthy, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need a bigger purpose for the money, and then you can attract a lot, right? The point is, purpose is the optimal and ideal and ultimate battery, because if it is really your purpose, it will automatically be about something greater than yourself, and it will also link you up with the universe in a sense. Yeah. We're all part of a bigger energy system. Scarcity in this universe is really an illusion. Scarcity exists for you in your reality. It's because you are cut off from the natural energy flow, from the natural flow of chi that exists in the universe. Look at nature. Nature abhors a vacuum. Okay? So if you create space, it will be filled with something, even if it's just leaves that are blown there or whatever, right? So the universe abhors a vacuum. So scarcity is really an illusion, and it is artificially created. How? By you being disconnected from this greater energy flow of the universe. Once you reconnect to that, all you got to do is express yourself, express the energy, and it will return back as, energy will return to you in terms of, money and other forms. Right? So if you have a scarcity of money, it just means that you are not delivering enough value into the outside world, right? And value is not work. Work does not generate money. I know people talk about how hard they hustle and how much they work and all that stuff. Well, that's great. I mean, I like hard work and hustling is absolutely there, but you need to do it in a certain way. You can't just hustle. Personality creates money. It's not work that creates money. Personality and the value that you provide creates money. So what does all of that have to do with your purpose? The purpose is your expression in alignment with the universe. We're all born here with a specific purpose, with a specific mission. And you need to realize that. And when you start realizing that, automatically, that the expression of that will be valuable to the world. It's like because it has a meaning. It has a role to play in the bigger system, you see. So finding your purpose is of utmost importance. And the sad thing is most people live and die never having realized their purpose. It's kind of sad, actually, right? So let me go into the individual steps on how to find your purpose. Good. So the first thing we need to realize is that to the extent that you're aligned with your purpose, to that extent you will feel a sense of meaning, mission, even love, a connection with everything, with the divine, you could say. When you live in harmony with your purpose, the more you live in harmony with your purpose, the more you will feel like your life is a mission. And you have to do something. There's a certain mission that you have in life, a certain goal that you have to accomplish. So an example that really illustrates what I'm talking about here is a person that is a lawyer by trade. I mean, that's their profession, that's their job, but deep down they're actually an artist. Okay, and this is an example of what I'm going to say applies to more than 80% of the population. So deep down in their heart of hearts, naturally, their natural talents, all of that, they're an artist. So let's say that is 55% of their energy. Okay, 55% of their energy is actually naturally geared towards artistic stuff. But they listened to their parents, they listened to society, and so on and so forth, right? And they became a lawyer. And now this lawyer represents 30% of their energy now. Okay. So the energy that they will have available to actually live their life, attract things, create things, and so on and so forth, will be 15%. 15%. Okay. Why? Because 35% plus 50%, that's 85%, and that is spent on this internal conflict that they're having. The internal conflict between the energy vectors that attract things and create things in the world. Okay, and this is sadly the state of the overwhelming majority of people. I'll tell you what would happen if that person step by step aligns themselves in their life with their actual purpose, which in this case would be an artistic individual. Opportunities would show up. Now their entire being is aligned and things will get attracted towards them. Not only that, they will link up with the universe, which gives them greater inspiration, greater pieces of art, and the value that they create will increase. Now they're going to make more money. And overall, they're going to live a happier life because they're aligned internally, you see. So you, most likely, are doing the same thing. Very few people actually live in harmony with their purpose. So how do you find your purpose? Finding your purpose means going into the direction that you want, right? I want to live my purpose. Now, the mind works in a way where when you look at something that you want, automatically all the negatives are going to show up. The mind works based on association. So if you think about something positive, the negative associations that are connected to that will show up. So all this training, all this programming that you went through in your life is going to kick up, and it's going to make you tired. It's going to make you distracted. It's going to prevent you from actually figuring out your purpose. You're going to procrastination. I'm sure you heard about that. That's one of those mechanisms that the subconscious uses to keep you out of a painful realization. Right? So the point is, we've all struggled with that. Right? It's not unique to you, so don't worry. So the point is, how do you find your purpose then? Well, I think we can assume. I mean, what I'm talking about here could be considered Aristotelian logic. I think that's what they call it. So define something by its opposite. We assume that if you live in harmony with your purpose, you feel energized, you feel happy, you feel fulfilled. What is the opposite of that? You feel bad, you feel frustrated, you feel sad, depressed, all of these things, right? So whenever you have a situation in your life that makes you feel one of those things, one of those negative emotions, write it down. And after you observed yourself, maybe for a week or two, you will have a big list of things. And then on the other side, reframe those things. Write them in their opposite. What does that mean? Write the opposite. So if I'm talking about, okay, I hate talking about the same stuff all the time and talking to stupid people. It wouldn't be, I don't want to talk to people anymore. The opposite would be, I only want to talk to intelligent and inspiring individuals, and I want to have new experiences and new things to learn all the time. You see what I mean? And then, as you have that list, already your subconscious is going to begin to work on moving your life into that direction. You'll see that's actually going to happen. But step by step, you have to also make an effort to move your life into that direction. You could outsource things. You could look for different opportunities. And step by step, it's not a one-day thing, but step by step, within 18 months, you can really align yourself with your purpose. And the result of that is going to be more money. The result of that's going to be more happiness. The result of that is going to be better health. The result of that is going to be overall much better life. And more than anything, a meaningful life. Okay? So I really hope that you can apply this. And it's not as hard as it sounds. It really isn't. It's fairly simple, but you have to be consistent and don't let your subconscious distract you. That's really what it is. A little discipline is necessary, but it is definitely worth it. Change your life. Okay? Hopefully you got something out of this. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.